Okay, the areas that I want to cover are what small means more to a business student at Marymount. I'm going to go over the many choices of business programs and areas upon which you can focus your studies. Then I'll go over our wonderful faculty and why they're so integral to your success. I'm assuming you're going to want to know what kind of careers our graduates have embarked on after finishing their business degrees at MCU. I want to briefly mention how data and analytics are becoming such an integral part of business careers and how we can help you prepare for this. And finally, I will share why attending MCU for business may be one of the best choices you've ever made. So let's get to it. By now, you've heard that we are small, which is one of the many reasons I love being part of Marymount, and being small translates into so much more to you as a student. But what does small mean to you as a business student at Marymount? Well, small means more connections with faculty. And in business, you may already know a big part of success is about connections. It's about who you know, right? You're going to get to know us and we're going to get to know you. And that means we're going to help you discover your strengths so that you can capitalize on these. Small in the business program means that we can pay more attention to your needs. Small means that we are flexible and nimble. As one example, the university's response to this pandemic has been really amazing. While we did have some online classes prior to the pandemic, we have really been about teaching face to face. So the online thing is not our thing. But of course, with this pandemic, we still have to teach, and we had no choice, and we had to quickly turn to a virtual modality for this semester. And we've done this amazingly well, and we've been able to still maintain that individual attention that was part of our culture prior to the pandemic quarantine. As you can see in the picture down below, the one that has the zoom on it, you can see it's just a snapshot of a conversation I was having with one of my data analysis students, where it was just like he was having a problem and coming into my classroom and coming into my office and needing help. This is a great tool because he can show me on his computer what he's doing wrong, and where he's making a mistake, and I can correct him right there as if he were in my office. It's actually easier for me to see the screen. A month and a half ago, none of us really had even heard of Zoom, let alone use it. Now we're zooming all over the place and having fun with it. So let's switch gears to our business programs. As you can see, we have 5 programs. 4 are undergraduate, and the fifth is the graduate MBA. The undergraduate degrees you can earn are a Bachelor of Arts in Business, Bachelor of Science in Management, a Bachelor of Science in Marketing, a Bachelor of Science in Accounting, and our MBA program. As the largest department on the campus, you're going to have many choices to address your interests and strengths. So I'd like to take you briefly into each one of these degrees to give you a feel for the kinds of choices that are available to you. Let's start with the Bachelor of Arts in Business. With a degree in business, you'll receive strong, broad foundation for the business world. With a business degree, you're going to be able to focus on management, marketing, entrepreneurship, accounting and finance, or sports management, whichever your area of interest is of interest to you. It's a very flexible degree. The other thing that you can do with the BA in business is accelerate the coursework through the program and actually start your MBA early to finish in 5 years with an undergraduate and graduate degree. It's our 4+1 program. A degree in management will give you advanced tools to become an effective decision maker, including expertise in data analysis, applied statistical methods, project management, strategic analysis, business communication, and leadership. Our management grads have gone on to important roles at places like Big Five Sporting Goods, CBS, the Collegiate Baseball Scouting Network, Deloitte, Dole, Los Angeles Galaxy, Lululemon, SpaceX, and Toyota Grand Prix. A degree in marketing is really an interesting field these days with the way media is shifting to online and social media. A degree in marketing is going to reward skilled communicators, innovative thinkers, and problem solvers. The field is really moving at warp speed with opportunities in digital marketing, social media, marketing analytics, advertising, branding, public relations, sales, market research, and e-commerce. I think one of the cool aspects of this degree is that a degree in marketing is one that we can blend courses not only in business from the business department, but also from our excellent psychology and digital media departments. Every organization needs accountants, so this means job security. A degree in accounting prepares you for staff accounting and internal audit roles, jobs that are in high demand. Your skill set with an accounting degree is going to give you the flexibility to work across all kinds of organizations, both, including private, nonprofit, and even governmental sectors. You'll navigate financial accounting reporting and auditing. You'll learn to make business decisions by interpreting financial data and embody the responsibilities and ethics required of accounting professionals. Professor Lynn Marsh, who you can see pictured here, has done an excellent and amazing job with their accounting students who've landed some really impressive roles at companies and places they didn't even think they could achieve. And one other thing about a BS in accounting is that if you'd like, you can also add a 1 year MBA. And by doing that, it's going to help you get the required hours for your certified public accountant license. The alum pictured here is David Padovan. He landed an accounting role with one of the largest consulting and accounting firms in the world, Deloitte. He was an international student, student athlete, and recently spoke to over 60 of our business students, both undergrad and MBAs, about his career path. Not to mention this, but one other accomplishment that the accounting students have recently made is that they have recently taken the certification exam for QuickBooks, which is one of the most common accounting tools used in small and medium-sized businesses. Certification is something I'll mention in just a couple minutes, but it's a terrific achievement that they just made. Our graduate degree is the MBA. It's really a flexible degree. It's flexible because you can set your own pace. You can finish in as little as 1 year, or you can go part-time and take classes at your own speed. All you need is 36 units to graduate. It's a hybrid approach, normal times. Um, and people thrive in our hybrid approach. Our students really like that. So I've done a survey and they've reported this is their favorite aspect of our graduate program. Um, Hybrid approach balances the closeness of that in-person class with the convenience of virtual coursework. And most of the classes are evening and weekends, which round out a lot of your options. There's an independent capstone project, which allows you to get your personal project off the ground quicker. Some students turn their final business projects into real businesses. There's very close mentoring because of our small size again, and we have very talented and accessible professors, and they're going to guide you every step of the way from launching your big idea to scoring your next promotion. And getting an MBA is a great way to promote to grow in your career. You can move from your investment intern to being a full-time portfolio manager. Many of you have come from mom and pop kinds of organizations, and you can take that to the next level. Or if you like, having an MBA is going to allow you to get that job at a multinational company like Deloitte. And it's going to get you the experience and career that you want. And of course, I need to mention the plus one MBA. I've kind of been alluding to it, but basically what it is that you could add 1 year MBA to any MCU bachelor's degree. And in just 5 years, you can get both a bachelor's and an MBA. And actually, there's a third degree, which happens earlier on, where along the way you can get an AA degree. So really, 3 degrees in 5 years is pretty amazing. The way to do it is to start your MBA during your last 2 semesters as an undergrad, so your senior year, and then you can earn up to 10 graduate units towards your MBA. So that's how you do it in 1 year. Our full-time faculty not only have advanced degrees in business fields, but they also have worked in industry for many years and bring that wealth of wisdom and experience to help mentor you for the real world. I'd like to take a minute to introduce you to our faculty, our full-time faculty. First, we have Dr. Kosi Makpayo. He's going to teach you about economics and give you practical tools to understand and interpret economic data. He's going to bring to life a truly global perspective on how the world economy really works. Professor Lynn Marsh, I already spoke about, and she's going to prepare you for those accounting roles in business and hopefully even a lifelong career in accounting and auditing. Dr. Patricia Chambers is an attorney by training, but she's worked in the corporate world in some of the country's largest law firms as well as PBS. But the thing about Dr. Chambers is that she focuses our business students on developing excellent written and oral communication skills, as well as preparing them for roles in the marketing field. Dr. Chambers is always on the cutting edge of classroom teaching techniques, and she shares it with all the faculty at MCU. She even lectures about civility in business, something we could certainly use more of these days. That's me, the guy below Dr. McPayo with the mustache, although these days I'm not sporting that anymore. Um, just a few words about myself. I began my career really as a research psychologist after I finished my doctorate in industrial organizational psychology. And I was working with the Department of the Navy down in San Diego, helping the Navy become more productive and effective. And then after 8 years of serving our country as a civilian, I spent the next about 20 years or so working for large consulting firms, most of the time I spent at Deloitte as a senior manager, providing consulting advice to some of the largest companies on the planet. I've had the privilege to consult over 150 companies. I've been able to work in almost every industry. In this country, I've worked in just about every state in the union. I've worked in Mexico, Canada, Europe, and Asia. Um, still maintain my consulting practice that I started back in 2012 when I left the big corporate consulting world. Although these days I focus more on teaching and my career, my second career at Marymount. But when I do consult, I focus on executive coaching and advise leaders on how to take their leadership skills to the next level. And I do that by improving something called emotional intelligence, helping them become more balanced, more productive and effective, and even more civil. At Marymount, I've taught a number of courses, but currently I teach two courses. One is in data analysis, which is required of all business students, and we use the primary tool in that class is Excel, and the other is in leadership. So in one class, you'll learn about tools to help you solve business problems, and the other, you're going to learn about leadership. You're going to learn about your strengths. You're going to learn about your own emotional intelligence, and you're going to learn how to take your skills to the next level. Turns out emotional intelligence is quite important in life, and especially as a leader. The other role that I'll be playing, as Armando mentioned, I'm also very much looking forward to taking on the leadership role as our department chair for our business and economics program. So I can help it continue to thrive and grow as it has been over the past decade. Professor Ruben Veliz helped establish the business program 10 years ago. He's taught many courses and now focuses on business strategy and marketing. He's also one of the funniest people I've ever known. Dr. Cal Caswell is a United States Air Force veteran. He's had a number of years of experience. He's worked at TRW and Northrop, and he's taught students about entrepreneurship and sports management. He also supervises students for their capstone course and mentors many. If you want to know how to launch a business, go see Cal. Professor Suzanne Brest teaches statistics and data analysis. She's really one of the nicest instructors you're going to come across. Not that she isn't firm with her students, so don't get any ideas. Dr. Duncan Earle is a cultural anthropologist focused on global development, rural community livelihoods, resilient cultures, and sustainability. He's worked in Mexico, Guatemala, and Africa. Dr. Earle is also part of a conservation effort to save rainforests and grow the green economy in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Dr. Daryl Ono teaches finance and project management. He's also got more degrees than a thermometer. And if you want to learn about investment strategies and the time value of money, Dr. Ono is the man. Dr. Ariane Schauer is not only our provost, and she's also been the acting department chair for the business and economics, so I'll be taking over her role. Um, and she still actively teaches. And in fact, she's going to be teaching a course in leadership in film next year. Last but not least is Professor David Tomlin. That guy. Professor Tomlin truly embodies the values of our university and our business program. With his annual business etiquette dinner, which helps prepare the students on how to dine in a formal business atmosphere, to his annual Survey Monday Jonathan Club fall soiree, exposing students to the benefit of a social member club and helps them learn what it feels like to connect with people in these sorts of clubs. Um, he teaches a course called Business 265 Career Planning and Preparation. And I've actually had the privilege of working with Dave on measuring the effectiveness of this course. And I will attest to the effective, how effective it is. Effective in the sense that he instills confidence in his students for the professional world. And we know this, it's effective because I measure this on the first week of class and then also on the last week of class, and we can show statistically significant measurable improvement. His class mission is Carpe Diem, seize the day. Dave has mentored and coached over 55 students to achieve some really great positions. Not to mention that Professor Tomlin is a successful business owner in his own right and still very active in the business. In fact, he's provided 13 paid internships to our students, and 7 have been hired full time. I can go on, but I think you get the idea of how Dave embodies the spirit of Marymount. So, what do students do with a degree in business from MCU? Well, here you see pictured business major Cody Rosa, and he leveraged an internship into at SpaceX into a full-time role. Cody's Marymount education and connections linked him to the real world business from the start. During his very first internship, in a different place, his independent thinking showed a newspaper company how to save $10,000 through recycling. Then he pitched to several newspapers how they could fix big net loss for their companies while cleaning up the environment. His solution: turn unread newspapers into pulp used in shipping crates. Well, that led to an invitation-only sustainability engineering summit in Germany, where he directed seminars on business planning and networked with German experts on reusable energy. Cody is an amazing kid. He's also hatched a startup idea during his freshman business class, and he's been refining his business plan ever since, and has even a trademark on his yet to be released business idea. Well, not every business student is like Cody, but he is an example of the potential that you can achieve with a business degree from Marymount. Switching gears a little bit, I want to talk about microbadging. One of the areas where you can gain more from your education here is becoming certified in the kinds of skills that employers are looking for. To help give you a real advantage in the job marketplace, some of our courses provide you the opportunity to pass certification exams to help make you stand out among your peers. These days it's not enough for employers to know that you have a college degree. They want to know what are your skills and experiences that you've acquired that can be applied directly to the job. Well, Microsoft Excel and QuickBooks are two certificates currently being offered and in demand in the marketplace. As you can see, one of our proud students holding up his certificate. But he also, if you see right below him, right below David, you can see that this is a snapshot of his LinkedIn badge. So it's a digital certificate that also shows up on your LinkedIn badge. And lets recruiters know that you have real skill sets. By the way, staffing agencies report candidates with certificates are 50% more likely to be hired full time and receive an average of 10 to 15% higher wages than those without. And here's a sample of companies where our graduates have landed. A word or two about data and analytics, a topic that is near and dear to my heart. There's no doubt about it, analytics isn't just the way of the future, it's the way of right now. Having been adopted in all sorts of different industries, you'll now find analytics being used everywhere from aviation route planning through to predictive maintenance analysis and manufacturing plants. Even industries such as retail that you might not associate with data are getting on board, using analytics to improve customer loyalty, to measure shopping trends, and to improve the quality of work life for employees. With such a boon in the use of analytics, having the skills required to work with data isn't just valuable, it's all but a necessity. The importance of these skills is only going to become more important in the future as more industries and businesses jump onto the bandwagon, which is why we're now seeing such a focus on data analytics in higher education. As you can see in this recent US News and World Reports, the top 20 business jobs for 2020 all require analytical skills of some sort. If you look at the skills required for a operations research analyst, a financial manager, a financial advisor, accountant, a market research analyst, all require analytical skills. All these jobs on this list require analytical skills. Ultimately, there isn't really any doubt that analytics is going to be a huge element of companies today and in the future. So getting ahead of the curve by learning analytics now provides a pathway to success as well as transferable skills that can help in every facet of your life. At Marymount, you're going to have many opportunities to learn these skills, and you can see some of the tools that will be taught, and these are so valuable to employers today. So why choose Marymount for a business degree? Well, I'll give you three reasons. One, small means more. You're going to have many more and frequent connections with the faculty and students, way more than any other school that I know of. You're going to have more chances to really prove yourself by learning how to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. We won't try to stress you out, but sometimes a gentle push every now and then when needed. There's going to be more unique approaches to classes, whether your class is in person or virtual. You're going to have some very unique experiences with your fellow students and professors. And finally, this is about you. With smaller classes, you can receive the individual attention needed when necessary. Reason number two, you're going to learn practical business skills and make lasting connections. When I say practical, I mean practical. For example, you may learn in David's Professor Tomlin's etiquette class which water to grab on the table when you're out for a meal with the business client. Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? Of course, that isn't all, but we focus on those kind of details that are going to give you the confidence to interact with other business professionals. Reason number three, we are more than just a pretty view, but what a view. We will be back to campus once the coast is clear, so to speak, and it's safe to come back. And when we do, you can't help but be taken back by the beauty and positive energy on this campus. If you decide to come here, you might often catch me on the cafe patio, having breakfast and enjoying our little slice of paradise looking over Catalina Island. And when you do, please stop by and say hello. Oh, and there's one more thing, to borrow a phrase from Steve Jobs, the former co-founder and CEO of Apple. You probably have seen clips of those product launches in the past. Well, when Steve was alive, he would show one more thing that would often just blow away the audience and give them something to think about and look forward to. So here's our one more thing. The one more thing that really sets our business program apart is that we are not only about business. We believe there's more to business than just making money. Sure, while generating wealth is important in business, so is taking care of your employees and treating them with respect and dignity. So is building relationships with your community. So is taking care of the earth. So is taking care of each other and taking great care for our students. Marymount's mascot is the mariner. As mariners, we don't give up the ship. That means when you sail into our port, you'll be part of a caring community, a community where we certainly will not give up on you, even when sometimes you might give up on yourself. At Marymount, we do not give up the ship. These are things that don't show up on surveys and rankings, but in the end, aren't these the things that really matter? Thank you for your consideration. I look forward to the opportunity to meeting you in person.